Hey, it is time for our week 6 options. Can you believe it is week 6 already? Time is really flying by. It is May, and this week's Studio Habit of Mind is Develop Craft. And that means you are going to be learning how to use different art tools and different art techniques to make your art even better. So let's check out our options. All right, so let's take a look at our weekly art menu. At the top, it says Develop Craft. I can learn to use tools and materials in the practice of an art form. The art snacks here at the top are your warm-ups. You need to complete 2 of those, but you do not need to turn those in. The part you need to turn in is here in the middle, the main course, and you complete 1 of these each week. It looks like you have 4 options, but actually this week you have many more than that because each of these sections has many options attached to it. You have ICU, Get Some Perspective, Create Op Art, and Build a Tiny House. You can choose to complete any of these 4 options, and each one is going to develop a different skill. You can improve your use of value with this ICU project. You can use drawing 1-point or 2-point perspective, which is making a 3D drawing on a flat surface, and that's under Get Some Perspective. You could choose to create an optical illusion with Create Op Art. And you could choose to improve your sculpture skills with Build a Tiny House. Clicking on the title of each of those will open up a page with a bunch of options. So for the I See It Drawing Eyes option, you are working with value to draw an eye. So the value is the darkness or lightness of a color. So you're either using colors and making sure you use very light colors and very dark colors, or you can just use a pencil, but you still need to make sure you show dark values and light values. And your 3 options here are draw a dragon eye, draw a realistic eye, or draw an eye in color. So you would choose any of these, and clicking on the title of these will open up a tutorial in YouTube for you to follow along to do your drawing. Whichever one you choose, though, you are developing your use of value. Your second option here is your perspective drawing, and perspective is creating the illusion of space on a flat surface. So each of these assignments uses either 1-point or 2-point perspective. You can draw a city street, you can draw a tree house, you can draw a city from below, you can draw a castle, or you can do a graffiti wall. Clicking on any of the images opens up a YouTube page that will have a tutorial that will walk you through the project step by step. Try to make it your own, though. Don't draw exactly what they draw in the tutorial. Moving on to your third option, you can create op art, and there are 4 different tutorials here for you to follow. Each of these tutorials will show you how to create an optical illusion. If you click on the image, you can open up the tutorial. Most of these do best with color, so if you have any kind of color available, colored pencil, crayons, markers, even paint, that will do the best with these projects. If you don't, though, you can use pencil. Just make sure you add value, dark values and light values. Otherwise, the optical illusions will not work very well. Okay, moving on to your 4th option, which is tiny house construction. Here you have a slideshow that will walk you through building a tiny house out of things you have available. You could choose to use cardboard, popsicle sticks, empty boxes, really whatever you have available. Make sure that you add a lot of details, though, and finishes on your house so it doesn't just look like a bunch of boxes all added together. You need to spend some time and make this look really cool, like a model of a house. As you move through the slideshow, it will show you your different steps. So step 1 is gathering ideas, and there is a whole playlist on YouTube with all different really cool little miniature houses that people have built, and it even shows you step by step how to do most of them. Now, a lot of them use hot glue, but if you do not have hot glue at home, don't worry. There is a video down here in the bottom part of the screen that will show you a whole bunch of construction techniques that do not require any hot glue. If you choose to build a tiny house, make sure you go through all of these slides so you understand all of the steps before you get started. If we look at our turn-in sheet for this week, it's pretty much the same as last week. I learned that this worked pretty well, so we're going to stick with it. So if you look here, you're going to start out by highlighting which main course project you are turning in. ICU, Get Some Perspective, Op Art, or Build a Tiny House. Here, tell me why you chose to complete that project. Number 3, what art skills did you develop this week? Tell me something that you got better at, because that is the whole purpose of this project after all. What did you improve? And then lastly, insert a picture of you holding your final project below. So that is a little different from last week. I would like a picture of you holding that final project. And if you don't feel like I can see the final project very well in the picture of you holding it, you can certainly put a second picture in there that shows your project a little bit better. And if you build a tiny house, you may want to put several pictures to show me all the different features and different angles of your project. That is certainly up to you. Once you've completed your turn-in sheet, you just click turn in on Google Classroom and I can give you credit for the week. When your main course is turned in, don't forget to complete one of these 2 desserts down at the bottom. So that's it for week 6. I'm really excited to see what awesome things you come up with and what skills you choose to improve on this week. Don't forget to come to our Google Meet every Friday. And if you ever have questions, feel free to email me, and I am more than happy to set up a Google Meet with you so that I can help you with whatever you're struggling with. All right, guys, have fun and go make something awesome.